Hi everyone, I'm Dijan. Today I'm going to share with you a short program to move any stagnant heavy energy that we may have accumulated throughout the winter. When we are going through changes of seasons, it's time to prepare ourselves, our body, our mind, our emotions to this transition. And usually when we are entering the springtime, what we need to work on is the kapha, the heavy kapha, earth and water energy that accumulates because of the cold and wet of winter times. And this very short sequence will help you to move, to activate the lazy parts in you, not only on the physical level, but also on the way we think, on the way we act, and bring more dynamism, bring more strength into our body so that we can transition in a healthy and smooth way through this enormous change that the Mother Nature is going through. And we are part of Mother Nature, and our body is affected by it as well. So this program is for people who can handle a certain amount of physicality. I will in future try to adapt a version with props as well for physical limitations. So please be mindful. If you're new to yoga, maybe that may not be an ideal program for you. Maybe you want to start with my 14-day challenge and build it up slowly. So just be mindful. I really want to warn everyone who's doing courses or who are doing classes online, you really need to be extra careful about your own limits because the teacher is not there with you to guide you. So please, 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 please be very present in the body. Our breathing, our constant effort to stay present throughout the practice will be helpful, but still I wanted to give this little warning. Okay, so let's do something good for ourselves and practice. We will start our practice sitting in a comfortable position. It's good to start slow when we are trying to move the energy because there may be a bit of laziness in you, preventing you from doing yoga. So let's just focus on the breath. Feeling the breath filling in your abdomen. And as you exhale through the nose again, your navel is gently sucked in. So try to adopt a breathing pattern that feels comfortable for you, but still a bit stronger than your daily breath. You're breathing in and out through the nostrils. And the time that you take for in-breath and out-breath as they move through the chest into the abdomen should be equal. If there is tension in the body, if you feel agitated, try to even extend the duration of your exhalations. Once you feel you have a nice steady breath, we can go into the movements and have the breath as your anchor throughout the entire practice. So we will first start with putting our attention to the pelvic area, which is connecting our pubic bone to the sacrum behind, so all this area. And we are trying to imagine that the spine ends at the very bottom of our body and is trying to make little circles. So my body is very subtly moving. So there's a very small movement because I'm only moving the pelvic floor while keeping my breath flowing. And now in the opposite direction. So very small movement where I feel my sit bones, where I feel my sacrum, and the pubic bone is giving direction. Pubic bone is in the front, in the side, in the back, in the other side, and creating little circles. And relax. Now, the initiation will be from my belly button. The movement will be starting from my belly button, so I'm pushing the belly button forward. The pelvis also joins. I'm pushing it to the side, to the back, to the other side. And when I smooth it out, it's one big circle that is initiated by my belly button. And I keep my breath flowing. And now opposite direction. and that will do. Now the chest bone is starting the movement. So I push the chest bone all the way forward to the side, to the back, to the other side. You can see I'm grabbing on my knees to keep my balance because this is a much bigger movement when my body is directed by my chest bone, my belly, my pelvis, everything else is following. And now the opposite direction as I'm breathing in and out. And relax. Feeling the vibrations, the awakening in your body. Let's warm up our neck as well, allowing the head to drop to the chest and starting clockwise. Rotation of the head while keeping the neck extended, long, especially as you go back. Feeling every single small movement. Neck is very sensitive, as you know. So I want to be super gentle, super slow, while keeping the breath flowing. And opposite direction. Enjoying this gentle movement, feeling the relaxing of my neck area. And that will do. I'm going to change my legs so that my hips stay balanced. If we always sit on one side up, it's not healthy for our hips. And now, crossing your fingers, inhale, long spine, exhale to one side, coming back up, inhale, exhale to the other side. One more time. This time I'm going to drop one hand on the floor and go a little bit deeper as I'm exhaling and coming back up. Inhale. And opposite direction. Kids are playing outside. That's new. And inhaling up. Now I'm going to hold on to my opposite knee. A very gentle torsion, twist of the spine without forcing. Again, inhaling up and exhaling to the other side. And relax. One last warm-up to prepare ourselves for the warrior combo that we will do afterwards. Putting the soles of your feet together and turning your body towards your left knee. Inhale. Exhale, moving forward and keeping breathing. I'm going to do half a circle towards my other knee. Stretch here a little bit more and go back. And come back up. And now placing my feet parallel, hip width apart, I'm going to push my body forward and lifting my hips up. The knees can be bent. This is more still for warm-up, so you can move your head left and right and coming up vertebra by vertebra to a standing position. And here I stay with my feet parallel and jump into a wide-legged position to prepare for the next sequence. And I'm going to turn my right foot out to a 90-degree angle, and my left foot comes a little bit in as I am moving my body towards the side. Like my hips should point all the way to the side, and I bend my knee forward and find a balanced position while breathing in and out. Here I want to be extra careful to prolong my exhalations while I'm exerting my body. And to keep your balance, you may use different tricks. If you don't feel balanced, you can have your feet closer to each other. That's one way. Or you can have a little bit more distance, especially for women it may be more comfortable because of our larger hips, to have a bit of distance between the front foot and the back foot. And in this balanced position, I keep breathing in and out. And coming down from this position, I place both of my hands inside of my leg, and I will be jumping the legs back and forth. Now the left is forward, right, left, right, left, right. And I will keep now the foot in, bend my knee, and stretch a little bit after this little jumping around. Feel the stretching, especially on your psoas muscle. Tucking the toe back in, placing the foot back on the floor with a 90-degree angle, and I will spiral into Warrior Two. This time my hips are pointed towards the front. My arms are pulled to the opposite directions as if there are ropes tied to my middle fingers. And deep inhalation, long exhalation. And straightening the leg, bringing both feet to the front, again in a parallel position. I will lean forward. You can place your hands on the floor. Your head should be relaxed, feeling the stretching of your hamstrings. Trying to push the the sits bones towards the ceiling. And taking a few deep breaths here. And coming up into a tabletop position. One more breath here. And coming all the way up with your arms. Now, opposite direction. Now the right leg is in the back. My hip is facing forward, and I'm bending the knee to go into the Warrior One. Especially being careful with the breathing here. If you feel that you're breathing in and out faster, please slow down. If it's difficult to slow the exhalation, you can exhale through pursed lips. And bending forward with the arms inside. And again, let's do the jumps. Right forward, left, right, and left. And bringing the foot in, the knee on the floor, untuck the toe, going to the steeper stretch. And tucking the toe, lifting the knee, placing the foot into an almost 90-degree angle, and spiraling up into Warrior Two. If you want to challenge yourself more, you can go deeper, so play around. And straightening the leg, turning the foot in, and bending forward, going into this nice stretch, taking a few breaths. And coming up. And here we're going to jump back together with the arms into a standing position. And from this position, I can show from the side, we are going to come down vertebra by vertebra. Again, working the deep tissues, deep muscles, the core to control the movement. Bending the knees. Bringing the hip down. If you can stay in this posture, you may be on your toes. Just to extend the spine, relax the spine. And also calm down a little bit with this flexion. Taking a few breaths here. And placing your fists behind to come into a seated position. For this I will be facing you. And we will continue with the pranayama. Wow, it's pretty hot here, and warriors always make me even more warm. We are going to do a breathing pattern that will increase the heat even more. You're not all in the tropics as I am right now. And for this, we are going to inhale and exhale using our abdominal muscles like a bellow. So it's called the bellows breath, Bastrika. We're going to do it very gentle. You can do 5 to 10 repetitions of these equal amount of time in breaths and out breaths, but with a bit of faster pace. If you have any cardiovascular issues, please don't exert yourself. If you haven't done this before, you can take, let's say, 2 breaths in 1 second. If you're already experienced with it, you can do it faster, so it's up to you. And after these 5 to 10 repetitions, we're going to take a deep breath in, like full inhalation, and then exhale and relax. But before we go there, we want to prepare our lungs for a strong breath. So we're going to do 3 ventilation breaths, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose. Let's begin. This is just to prepare. Now, the Bastrika breath will be really feel your abdomen strongly as it expands as I breathe in and contracts as I breathe out. Then big breath. All the way up, filling the lungs, and exhale. All the movements of the breath are through the nose. So let's continue for 2 more rounds, and you can do it in the rhythm that is appropriate for you. You don't need to sync with my breathing. I will do it slow. Exhale. Taking a moment after you complete the round with a normal breath. And let's do a last round. Exhale all the air out. And relax, observing the effects. Again, the stirring up of the energy in your body. You can literally feel it kinesthetically. Expanding from your abdomen throughout the entire body. And now we are going to do just 3 big breaths, like filling in the abdomen, the chest, fully all the way up. 4 units to inhale and 6 units to exhale. 3 times just to calm down a little bit after Bhastrika before concluding our practice. Inhale. Exhale longer through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And that will do. You may conclude your practice here or lie down in shavasana with your arms and legs slightly apart for a few minutes if your body needs to cool down a little bit more. I wanted to share a short practice that can help kickstart you if you already feel a bit of heaviness inside. So if you don't feel that way and you're doing this practice only as an exercise, you may conclude with shavasana. That would be a good idea. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to find out more and more ways of supporting our wellness through yoga therapy, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also ask for notifications so that you are informed every time I release a new video. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a beautiful day.